Alrighty. So to get the most out of this class, we want to set up two chairs with the backs of the chairs facing in towards each other, but wide enough so you have some room here, some space. And then a third chair to sit in, ideally with a seat high enough so that your hips and buttocks are at the level of your knees or even slightly above your knees. That allows for correct posture. And we'll just dive right in. So scooting to the front edge of your chair, hands on your legs. Find your central pillar, central upright. And we always start here. And again, everyone agrees that an upright central pillar is a good idea. But then where Taoist practice differentiates itself is that instead of thinking about holding yourself there, you then relax in such a way that you don't lose any of that integrity of your structure. And what happens is what they call Chunwan and Qingling. Chunwan means that which is going to sink, that which can sink naturally down, sort of gravity-wise, goes down through your body, down through the chair, down through your legs, and grounds us. So a settling down, heavy. And then there's a corresponding lightness and buoyancy that we don't get to feel if we're slouched in our chair, the body's kind of cramped up, or if we're sitting up straight, but we're holding on to our body. Either of those two scenarios keep that kind of differentiation from happening. So you could spend quite a few minutes just sitting in the chair, body upright, breathing long, smooth, and complete, and allowing this separation of downward settling and buoyancy slightly lifting. We'll just spend maybe a minute and a half. While doing that, take long, smooth breaths through your nostrils, in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth. What you want with the breathing is shape change. You want, with the inhale, you want to really expand. You want to feel the change, the lift, the opening, the rounding, the expansion. And then with the exhale, you want to feel the opposite, the softening, settling, even gently squeezing. And then again, you inhale. And hold that full, stretching open. And then exhale, long, smooth, and hold the empty. Don't inhale right away. In through the nose. Out through the nose or the mouth. Again, this could be your whole practice. 10 minutes of this assist you in getting into the right state of mind, state of body. Let's take about 8 to 10 more breaths. Few more. Now this first movement will add on to the breathing. Sliding hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up and chin up. So again, important piece is this shape changing. So change your shape into a arched position. And then settle back to the neutral position. Then slide your hands past your knee, straight arms, and shape change in the other direction. Hollow your chest, drop your head round the back. So this other shape. Come back to the neutral. And then again, hands, elbows, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arching. And then slide your hands past the knees, hollow the chest, round your back, drop your head. A few more. Inhale. Really pull the arms behind you so you're somewhat squeezing the tissue behind the body. And then that will allow it to be looser so that as you slide your hands forward, straighten your arms, that tissue on your back will open and lengthen. So James, you mentioned back pain, right? One of the sayings in Tai Chi practice is if the area is through, there isn't pain. If there's pain, it isn't through. So through means flow. So a lot of times that area is sort of jammed up and stuck. So when you're moving, whatever your area of pain is, try to move it a little bit, and don't aggravate it, but move it and then move it in the other direction. And we're just gently but persistently getting flow through the area so the nerves can flow, blood can flow, and there's many layers of things that flow. Last one here. And then find your way to the neutral upright position. Let's go left hand slide forward. Right hand and elbow slide back. Turn your shoulders, turn your head to the right. And then let's come back to middle. Right to this neutral position. Come all the way back to neutral. And then go the other way. Right hand forward, left hand and elbow back. Turn your shoulders to the left, turn your head to the left. And then back to the middle. Each time marking this neutral position. And then left hand forward, right hand back. And then come back and mark that neutral position right in the middle. Bringing the head back as well. And then right hand forward, left hand and elbow back. And then back to neutral. Again, turning to the right. Eventually, you want to be able to flow right through neutral, so you come back and flow right over to the other side. And then you come back and flow right through. And we're back to middle. Hang the arms loose. Now, you got two buttocks on your chair. Shift your weight to your right buttock. Soften your spinal column and head to the right. Lift your left wrist like it's got a little puppet string tied to the wrist. Lift your left foot and reach your right arm like there's something just out of reach, like you're trying to touch it. And then let's come back to middle where the left hand goes down, the left buttock goes down, the crown of the head comes to the top. And then shift over to the left buttock. Right wrist floats up, right foot empty, lean. Back to middle, crown up top. And then lean. Back up to the middle. And James, notice that I'm not taking my hand across the body at all. It goes straight up as you lean. Same thing here, straight up as you lean. And lean. And one more each way. And then we're back to middle. All right, now bring your legs a little closer together so they're out of the way, swinging the arms forward. Backs of hands touch. Sweep them out. And then sit back in the hips, circle the arms around and in. Let's make two more of those. Circle And one more. And then we'll go to the second level. Circles, come forward and up to chest level. Open. Turn your palms forward, slide down. And again, forward and up. Open. Down. And now we go forward and up. Come all the way up. Open. Down. Two more like that. Forward. Up. Open. Down. And one more. And then we reverse. Out, around, and in. A couple times at this low level. Middle level. Back, out, up. Down. Out and up. Ooh. Then we go all the way up and over. Forward. Scoot back on your chair a little bit. Let's go right knee, lift, flexed foot, push, reload, set it down. Other leg, load, push, reload, set it down. Load, push, load, down. And foot and ankle, straighten the leg, point, flex, point, flex, point. And then tilt the foot a little in, out, in, in, out. Now, in, point, out, flex, circle. Reverse, out, point, in, flex, circle. Switch. Other leg, point and flex. And tilt the foot in, tilt the foot out. Circle. And reverse circle. And scoot forward on your chair. Step your feet a little wider than hip distance. Really important here. The junction in the body that I'm always talking about, where the legs plug in to the pelvis, this junction. So we want to make sure that's open and closed. So lift your toes, turn toes and knees in, toes and knees out. Internal rotation, external rotation. Internal, external. Internal, external, neutral. Now we're going heels in, knees out. Heels out, knees in. Heels in, knees out. Same junction is where the turn is happening. Heels out, knees in. and then back to neutral. Sit up nice and tall, hang your arms loose, and fold. So that exercise we did circling the arms, ideally that's got them hanging looser. As you fold, let them keep hanging from that shoulder junction. And then sit up straight. They hang right alongside the body. And then tip a little bit back. They hang a little behind. So the arms are just hanging, but what's moving is the pelvis at that hip joint. Fold, vertical, sit back, vertical, fold, vertical, sit back. Now let's use that to stand up. So we've got fold, come a little bit forward, and then push through your legs and rise all the way to standing. You get up to the top, arms loose and hanging. Then the first thing we do when it's time to sit down is this junction, right where the hips and legs meet. The hips go behind, the arms stay loose, the torso angles forward, and then we sit the buttocks. That's what bends the knees. We don't push into our knee joint. That's the mistake people make. Sink the buttocks, right? You can even reach back, go, okay, there's my chair, and then land and commit to the chair. So really important to create these angles of fold and then coming forward so the weight gets down through your feet, then rise to stand. And then we hip hinge, sink, land the buttocks, commit to the chair. Let's do that twice more. Arms loose the whole time. Just loose arms. And then fold. Because there's almost this reaction habit to tightening the shoulders because we think that somehow helps like pull us up. But really it makes us top heavy and less grounded. So if we just relax, the upper body, there's a saying in Tai Chi, top empty, bottom full, right? Now, don't sit in your chair, just hinge, sink the buttocks, dangle the arms, use this to touch your shins, maybe your ankles, maybe your toes, maybe the floor, let your back open. And then push through the earth and rise all the way up to standing really tall. Add to this, hips forward a bit, arms loose, and then middle, and then hips back, sink the buttocks, dangle, and push through the earth and rise, and then hips forward, this freedom of movement. And then that helps us find neutral, right in the middle. And this neutral should have those qualities I was talking about with the sitting exercise where it's upright, but yet we're not holding ourselves upright. We're relaxing and letting there be this downward sink. So again, to assist with that, because often this area is very dense and clenched up. So come to your right side chair, stand in front of it, fingers on the chair for stability, and now we rock a little to the toes, and then the middle of the feet, and then the heels, middle and toes. So this helps loosen up toes, sole of foot, ankles, shin and calf muscles. It also helps us find our middle, right? Because you can see when I'm moving like this, I'm moving from this middle of my body, right? Now, fingers on the chair for sure here as we go forward and lift your heel. Come back down, rock into the heels and pull the toes up. Hands on the chair for safety. Come down and rock forward and lift. Back down, rock back, pull the toes up. Forward and lift. Then back and lift. One more. So this idea of being through, of being not stuck, of being free, there's freedom of movement throughout the body. Turn and face, oh, I'm sorry, before that, heels of the hands on the chair, walk your feet back. And then from here, again, at that same junction, the hip junction, fold and send the buttocks back. So you get this leg stretch, buttock stretch, back stretch, shoulder stretch. And then bring the chest up, the hips come a little bit forward. We'll do that again. Hips back, folding in half. And chest up, hips forward. One final time. Hip in. And then bring the chest up, hips forward. Walk all the way back in front of the chair. Stand up vertical. Turn. Face forward. So now you're, and also step back a little bit. So the chair is in front of you and off to your right. The hand of the chair, just like I have mine. And then for this first exercise, no hands. So we've got this belly button that represents the middle section of the body. This whole region, hips, belly, low back. But basically this belly button's a good place just to bring the reference to your mind. And we want to change the weight over to the left leg and then over to the right leg. And if you move from the middle, you can see here I keep my vertical axis intact. I don't want to lean. A lot of times when people are leaning, they're doing it because they're stuck here and then they're forcing movement there. So be relaxed and loose and just from your middle, change the weight over this leg, change the weight over this. Change. Now, all the way through your left leg, right foot empty, lift to the tippy toe of your right foot. Place the right heel back down, chain. All the way down through your right leg, lift the heel of the left foot, get to the tippy toe, back down, chain. Lift to the tippy toe, down, chain. Get to the tippy toe, down, change. A couple more. All right, so we're separating full and empty. Now, place your right hand on the chair, put all your weight through that left leg, go to your tippy toe, disconnect the foot from the floor, place the foot back down with no body weight, chain. Get to the tippy toe of the left foot, disconnect, place the foot back down, change. Every time I say change, I mean change from the leg you're in to the other leg. Lift, lower, and then change. Some of you might start to feel confident enough to play with doing this with no hand or a very light touch on the chair. But make sure you keep an idea that you have a cappuccino cup on your head and you're not spilling it. So you're not allowing yourself to tip and tilt and do all kinds of things. Now, come into one leg, get to the tippy toe, and let's lift all the way up the knee and all the way down. Repeat on the same leg. Up, down, up, down. One more. Up, down. Now, change. So all your weight goes through the left leg. Get to the tippy toe of the right foot. Let's go. Up, down. Same leg. Goal here is to fold and extend the leg like an accordion. Fold and extend. Fold and extend. Now let's switch each time. Change. Once your left leg is empty, bring it up, lower it down, change. Bring up, lower down, change. And then someday, maybe no hands or just light touch, be able to feel that freedom. And when you can do this, you've really got something. When you've got the ability to be so committed to one that this one feels absolutely free. And you're moving along. Now, Next set of exercises. So make sure you're a little bit back from the chair. Put all your weight in your left leg, your right foot in front, heel touching. So this front foot is empty. Now, the weight goes down through the right leg, get to the tippy toe of the left foot. And then down through the left foot, get to the tip of the heel of the right foot. From the middle, down. So the body is moved forward by going down. By going down through the back leg, my body is moved backwards. Down moves you forward. Down moves you backward. Down. Down. Now, hand on chair. Stay down through your back leg. Float your front leg up. Lower the heel down in front and shift. Now the back leg empty, do a little flamingo. Just bend the knee, put the toe back down behind you, shift. The weight down through the left leg, right leg empty, lift, lower, shift. The weight down through the right leg, front leg, back leg, bend the knee, shift. The weight down, relaxed down. The weight staying down is what allows this freedom of movement of the rest of your body. And then finally, right hand on the chair for sure here as you go lift, heel softly down, shift into that front leg, and then the back leg, bring it forward and up, all the way up. Nope, the other leg, James. Other leg. Yeah, that one up. I'll go a little more sideways. Up, back, shift. So the weight's down. That allows this. Now you're lifting the front leg. So we're switching the leg every time. So lift, lower, shift. Then the back leg. Lift, reach behind you, shift. Shift into your back leg. Shift your weight into your back leg. Lift, lower, shift, and then that back leg forward and up. Reach behind you and shift into that back leg. All right, switch. So go to the other chair. Now, right leg is your back leg, left foot is your front. Empty. Level one, ideally this one's no hands, where we just shift and shift. So now your left foot should be your front foot, your left foot. So switch, James, so that your right foot is your back, your left foot is your front. And now we're shift and shift. And oftentimes people find they're more comfortable on one side, less comfortable on the other. So that's why it's really important to practice the symmetrical challenges or asymmetrical challenges. So that's level one. Now, hand on the chair, we go front leg should be your left leg. Lift, lower, shift. And then back leg, bend the knee, toe down, shift. Front leg, lift, lower, shift. Back leg is just a simple bend of the knee. So for this exercise, we're just doing this bend of knee, shift, and we're just doing this straight leg. So I'm not bringing the knee all the way up. So shift. When we do sort of lower level challenges, it allows us to practice being less reliant on the chair, but still adding to the challenge. Now, the weight down through your back leg. Let's go front leg, knee up. Heel down in front of you and shift. And then your back leg, knee forward and up. Toe behind, shift. Knee up, heel down, and shift. Knee forward and up. Reach behind. Shift. And one more. All right. Back to your first side here. Make sure the chair is in front of you and to your right so that you have a runway, some room. And we go all the way in the left leg, put your right foot in front. Now it's shift, step, shift, and then shift, step, shift, shift, step, shift, shift, step, shift. What's important here is that you feel the reality of down. That it's down that moved you forward. Step, you didn't move forward. But then again, when you go down, that moves you forward again. When I go down through the new leg, that moved me backwards. When I step, I shouldn't move backwards. Then I go backwards when I shift. Shift, step, I don't move forward, but then shift, I do. This is how we are supposed to move. But a lot of times the body gets so stuck together, there's this clumsiness to our movement that we have to polish out. One more time, shift. Shift, step, shift. Now, hand on the chair so you can confidently lift, lower, shift. Now, as if there's an obstacle in front of your foot, pick up that left foot and step over the obstacle, place it down, then shift. And then your back foot, do a flamingo lift. And then shift. Then this leg up, tuck, reach, shift. The weight down through your left leg, right leg empty. Lift, lower, shift. The weight down and staying down is what allows this freedom of movement here. And then shift. Back leg bent knee, and then return. Shift, up, tuck, reach, shift. Lift, lower, shift. Step over and shift. Bend. And then shift, up, tuck, reach, shift. And then finally, the full range of motion challenge. So we go full lift of the right knee, no, the other knee, right knee, put the heel down in front, shift, and now the full range of this back leg, heel, knee, foot, put it down in front of you, shift, and then bring that right knee forward and up. Then we go in reverse, back, shift, this leg up, tuck, reach, back, and then lift, lower, shift, full range, heel, knee, foot, shift, reverse. So it should be right knee up, down. Now we're ready to go forward. Shift, left leg, full wheel, shift, right knee up, reverse. And we switch sides. Come over to your other chair. Put your weight in your right foot, left foot out in front. Level 1, this is the best one to practice, no hands, where it's just shift, step, shift. Shift back, step back, shift back. And again, my body is where it is in space. When I put the weight down through that left leg, my body is moved forward. But when I step, I shouldn't move forward, but go ahead and step that right foot And then when you put the weight in the right leg, that's when your body advances that next bit. So we only are moved forward or backwards when we go down through a new leg. Step, and then down through a new leg. And again, shift, step, shift. Shift, step, shift. So the difficulty in Tai Chi movement is the precision. That's why it can work for us as we get older. It's because it doesn't require brute force. It requires precision. So this idea of just down, step, down. Walking is very easy when we do it right. Staying balanced is easy when we're relaxed and connected to the ground. Now, hand on the chair, lift, lower, shift. Now, the weight being down underneath your left leg should allow you this freedom to pick up your right foot, step it over in front, and then shift. Flamingo your left foot, little flamingo, and then toe down, shift. Now this right leg up, tuck, reach, still without any body weight, and then we shift. The weight going down allows the freedom of this foot. The weight going down moves us forward and allows the freedom of this foot. The weight going down moves us forward, allows the freedom of the other foot. So that's the same. Primary direction is down. Relaxing and being down. Lift, lower. Shift. Shift. And full range. Knee, heel, shift. Now this full range, heel to butt, knee to chest, foot out, lower it down, then shift. Then should be your left knee forward and up. Reach it behind, shift. Full range, up, tuck, reach, shift. The weight down allows the lift up, down, shift, heel, knee, foot, down, shift. It's full range. Middle pivot just floating along. Central pillar intact throughout. Comes the far left of your space. Turn and face down range. So now we've got a big old runway across. Start with level 1 walking, easy. Put all the way through your right leg, left foot in front. And we go shift. So this is where we really want to see that when you step, you should not advance forward. Only when you change the weight into that leg do you advance forward. The back foot should now be empty so you can step it without any body weight. And then you shift your weight down through that leg, that moves you forward. So we're advancing across the room, stepping without shifting, and then shifting without stepping. Step without shifting, shift without stepping, step, shift. And then we go backwards. Same idea. So you put all your weight into one leg, the other foot is your stepping foot, step it behind. Put all your weight down through that leg, that moves you backwards. Step without moving backwards. Then shift, that moves you backwards. Step without moving backwards, shift. Step, shift, step, shift. Forward, shift, step, shift. So eventually you get to just go back to walking regular, but you always keep in mind, as soon as you start to feel like you're getting clumsy again and almost going to fall, you return to this idea of, okay, change the weight. Make sure one is my sturdy leg, the empty foot's steppable, and then change. Step that empty foot. Change. Step. Change. Again, level one, maybe try to let it flow a little bit. Just shift, step, shift, step, shift, step, shift, step, shift, step. Get that feeling of ease and relaxation. Going backwards, of course, be a little extra cautious because it's always a little more difficult. And then let's do one round of level two if you feel like you can. You got your chairs on the side there for balance. Where the empty foot, you pick it up and step it over an obstacle. It could be a very low obstacle. It doesn't have to be very high, but just practice picking the foot up and actually clearing something that's in the way. Shift. Pick the foot up. That's where people get in trouble. Why? Because they haven't quite emptied the foot and then they yank it off the ground and it throws the body into, they lose equilibrium. But if you really have it empty, it should feel like you didn't lose any equilibrium. Change. The empty foot should be able to pick it up, step it, it's floating. Floating. Same thing backwards. Of course, be more careful going backwards. Up, tug, reach. Usually what gets us in trouble is picking the foot up too early before it's actually been empty. So we're shifting, making sure that we've emptied the foot. Then we pick it up, right? We've still got stability through our standing leg. Then shift. And we go, okay, now I'm stable. All right. Now turn and face forward. Once you're at the far left, let's do our side walking. All the weight's in the left leg. Step right foot out, in, out, and in. We're going to repeat that a few more times. Out, in, out. So James, notice something that when you're doing it, you're stepping and allowing your body to go. So try to separate that. Step without your body going anywhere. So just the foot. You see how my body doesn't move a millimeter? All that's happening is I've committed my weight here so that this foot is free. And I'm stepping out, stepping in. Out, in. Now, step out, keep the feet anchored, change the weight to the right leg, keep the left foot where it is. And then change the weight to the left leg, keep your right foot where it is. And then change your weight to the right, keep your left foot where it is. Keep them glued to the ground. This is forcing the quad and hip area and middle pivot to get liberated, to be free, more space inside. Now stay in your right leg, same thing with the left. Go left foot in and out and back in again and back out again. With no body weight. Now, bring the left foot in. This might be one of the most important exercises people can do, is feet close together, touching even, and then change your weight so that all your weight's in your left leg so the right foot is free, and then all the weight down through the right leg so left foot is free. So finding this pivot place in here that allows freedom, full, empty, and then it changes to full, empty. Right? And so it's this internal pliability that we have to find. Now we're going to use that to walk sideways. Put all the weight through your left leg, step your right foot out. Change down through your right leg, left foot empty, step your left foot in. Weight down through your left leg, step your right foot out. Weight down through your right leg, step your left foot in. Down through left leg, right foot out. Down through right leg, left foot in. Down through left leg, right foot out. Still walking this way. unless you run out of room, of course. Now reverse, left foot in, left foot out, chain. Step right foot in, chain. Left foot out, chain. Right foot in, chain. 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 Middle pillar. Teacup sitting on top of your head. Right? Still balanced. So we're moving, yet there's the sort of paradoxical statements of stillness in movement, movement in stillness. But this idea that we're moving across the room, go ahead, walk sideways, but yet you want to be experiencing an unbroken stillness, even in movement. One full, one empty. One full, one empty. Back the way we came, full, empty. So the statement down is the primary direction, so we're feeling that here. That's how I'm moving sideways, is by going down, then stepping sideways, going down. That's moving me sideways, down. All right. Now, come to stand right in the middle of your chair situation. So that's for safety. Put all your weight in your left leg. Right leg, turn externally. So now as you turn your right leg out, also turn your pelvis, your chest, shoulders, and head, and look to your right. So your left leg keeps the body weight in it. Your right leg is empty. Your leg turns out, your hips turn a little bit, your chest, your head, everything turns to the right. Turn everything back to neutral. And then your right leg, turn it internally. Turn the toes in, the knee in, the hips turn, the shoulders and chest, and even the head turns. So now you're looking to your left. Back to neutral. So the left leg hasn't changed. It's still got the weight. The hips and the leg and the body turn to neutral. Then turn everything out. The leg, the hips, the chest, shoulders, the head. Let's skip neutral. So coming through neutral and turn the toes in, turn the body left. Skip neutral and turn out. Turn. Skip neutral and turn in. Skip neutral and turn. Now back to neutral, and let's do that on the other leg. All your weight in your right leg. Left leg turns out, but so do the hips a little bit, the chest, the head, everything turns open. Neutral. And then turn the left leg, toes in, hips turn, shoulders turn, head turns to the right. Feel how that's a closed position. You're sort of pinching your groin area closed. Come back to neutral. And then feel how turning out is a sort of opening of the belly, the hips, the chest area. And then let's skip neutral and go to the closed position, sort of pinched and closed. And then open. So your right leg is your stable leg, your left leg is empty. We're turning in and turning out. Turning in, turning out. And neutral. The weight down through your left leg. Now we're going to turn the right leg out, turn the body out. The primary direction is still down. Go down through your right leg and turn your body to match your right leg. So now you should be a quarter turn to your right. Put all your weight down through your left leg again. Your left leg takes the weight, so your right foot can turn out, right leg can turn out, right body can turn out, facing away from the camera. And then put all the weight down through your right leg and bring your left foot around to match the right, and now you should be neutral again. We'll do it again. Keep quarter turning to your right. Put all the weight through your left leg. Turn the right leg out, open, and then shift all your weight into your right leg. Bring the left foot around to match. All the weight through your left leg. Turn your right foot out. Body turns out, and then shift and turn. Keep going around again. All the weight in the left frees you up to turn open to the right, and then all the weight in the right allows you to come back to neutral, square. Right leg empty, turn out. Put all the weight through the right leg, bring the left foot around. Weight down through the left leg, right foot empty, turn open. Weight down through right leg, bring left foot around. Close. Weight down through left leg, turn right foot open. Close. Down through left leg, turn right foot open. Oh yeah, and then let's go the other way. So put the weight down through your right leg now, so your left foot can turn open. And then weight down through your left leg, your body comes around to neutral. So now we're going quarter turning to the left. Empty your left foot, turn it out. And then put the weight through the left leg, bring the right foot around. So the trick is, did you put all the weight in the right leg? If you did, then it should be no problem opening. That opening is no problem when the weight is down through the right leg. Then down through the left leg, and that allows you to bring everything close. Down through the right leg, now everything can open. And down through the left leg, close. Down through the right leg, open. Down through the left leg, close. Right leg, open. Left leg, close. Continue around. And the opposite, the complementary movement. So now all the weight in your left leg, instead of turning out, let's turn in, and then put all the weight in your right leg and bring the left foot to match it. We'll do it again. Put all the weight in your left leg. Your right foot is now free to turn in. So you pigeon toe. And then all the weight in your right leg, bring your left foot back to match your right foot. This one has a closing and backwards quality to it, right? So there's the closing, and then when I'm shifting, I'm sort of moving backwards a little bit. And again, it's this closing and backwards energy in the body. Go around twice. Closing and slightly backwards. Put the weight in the left leg, right foot, pigeon toe. That's a closing. And then the weight in the right leg, bring the left foot back, sort of a backwards quality. So again, the left leg is your stable leg, right foot turns in. Kind of a weird movement at first, but the body really needs this part of the mechanics to work. Pigeon toe. Now, other leg, so all the weight in your right leg, left foot turn in, pigeon toe, closing. All the weight in your left leg, bring your right foot back. All the weight in your right leg, left foot, pigeon toe. And then all the weight in your left leg, bring your right foot to match. All the weight in your right leg, so your left foot's free to turn in. And then shift, bring your right foot to match. Left foot free. In, shift, go around twice. Turn, pigeon toe, this closing, and then neutral. Closing, neutral. Again, it's a strange movement at first, but the body is built to explore. Once you come all the way back around to facing forward, let's put those two together for the full range. So this is a challenging Tai Chi step. All the weight's in your left leg. Turn your right foot out like we did. So that's opening. Now shift into your right leg and your left foot go through neutral and pigeon toe or close. And then shift into that. And so in 2 foot movements, you should be able to get 180 degrees. So you notice right now, I'm facing this way. In 2 foot moves, I'll face the other way. 1, shift, 2, and here I am. So I got 180 degrees in 2 foot moves instead of 4, which we were doing a moment ago. So let's try that together. Don't rush it. Don't swing your body around, but turn out, shift, turn in, shift. Be clear on which leg has your body weight. Turn the right leg out as much as you can. Put all your weight in the right leg and turn your body to orient with that right leg. Then keep turning as you bring the left foot around. So that's pigeon toe. And then you square. Let's do that one more time to this direction. Right foot turn out, shift, turn, left foot turn in, shift, turn, right foot turn out, shift, turn, left foot turn in, and we're back to facing forward and neutral, and then let's do 3 of them the other direction. So that's left leg turning out. This is opening. Then change the weight into that left leg. Right foot turns in, closing. Change the weight into the right leg, turn left foot opening. And close. Eventually you can potentially get beyond 180 degrees. You can get further. So now I just turned from facing this way to getting all the way around to facing this way. So what is that? 200 and some odd degrees, right? All the way to this corner. So just watch how I can do that. That's because this leg can turn out more, and then this leg can turn in more. And so now I'm facing, I got all the way around to that direction from the hips, back, and legs being supple enough. Whereas when you're first starting off, you can maybe turn it to here and maybe to here, and you can get that many degrees. But the body's capable of spinning all the way around quite a few degrees. So it's not important that you get as far as I'm turning. What's important is that you realize you have more. There's more to explore in terms of loosening lower back, pelvis, hips, so that you can get around. And James, that looks good. That actually looks correct. What you're doing there looks correct. It looks a little sort of like this, and what you want to work on more is see how when I'm doing it, there's I'm not leaning and turning like that. So over time, just trying to soften out and feel a little more sort of stillness inside of that movement. But actually, it looks like you're doing a good job of separating leg to leg. So well done. Okay, and then let's finish facing forward, hands together, palms rub. Rub the back of one hand, and then rub palms. Rub the back of the other hand and palms. And then rub the groin areas, the 2 inguinal creases alongside genital area. Rub those points there up to your hip flexors right in front of the thighs. Come around to the tail, up onto the lower back lumbar. And then like we're doing one of those squats, hips back a little, sit the buttocks, sweep the hands down the outside of the legs, around to the inside, stand all the way back up, hands to the navel. Let's do that twice more. So once you come up, make sure you come all the way up to your navel, to your belly button, right? And then we go, again, when I say twice more, I mean let's do the groin. So this whole little flow is the lower half massage that clears out and makes everything through. So groin, hip flexors, tailbone, lower back, and then outer channel. So hips go back, sitting the buttocks, get down, come around to the inside, come all the way up the inside and back to the navel. Right to the navel, belly button. Touch your belly button. Good. One more time. Groin, hip flexors, tailbone, lower back, outer channels, inner channels, and finally, up the outer arm to the shoulder and down the inner arm. Just a reset of the natural flow of the body according to the Taoists and Chinese medicine. Switch sides, outer, inner. So you pick one arm and you go outer, inner, outer, inner. And then close, settle, seal. Two. Alrighty, thanks everybody. Great job. Have a good rest of your week. And hope to see some of you Friday for the
214.
Thank you, Otto.
All right, thank you. Great job.
By Friday, then the
See you next time.
stands.